weight just before Christmas now. I pledged rather foolishly, and I met a man out in a supermarket, and he said, I heard you, Tom, I heard you saying it on the radio, you're going to have to stick by your guns now and try and lose the weight. I'll be tuning in for this. So yes, I pledged I would lose weight during the month of January. I'm calling in loads of expert opinion, most notably nutritional therapist Elsa Jones. Elsa, good morning.
Good morning, Tom.
How are you today?
I'm very well. How are you?
Day 2. I feel like I should give you my report card. There's what I ate yesterday.
Ooh, let me see.
Are you able to read that?
Sultana bran, banana, coffee.
Yeah, a lot of coffee. Not that much.
Chicken Caesar wrap.
Yeah.
Ooh, token rooibos tea. Okay, it's a start.
It wasn't a token.
Roast
it was
chicken,
just the first
potatoes, broccoli. Yeah, you're kind of halfway there.
Did you like the peas and bacon in a cream sauce?
I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
The writing was extra small in that particular part.
Audrey made them for the kids, so I thought I'm not going to sit idly by and not eat some of that, I'm afraid. So sorry, but then I cut my losses. I had a piece of fruit. I had no alcohol. I had nothing after 8 o'clock.
It was a good start.
Yeah, it was a good start. And I also exercised 30 minutes as well for a walk. So
you went for a walk?
Yes, I did.
Very good.
So
okay.
that's a good start.
Not a bad start. Not a bad start.
And I'm running a blog, allnewtom.com. That's giving the full
Can
insight.
I say something about that blog?
Yes,
I had a little gander at it, actually.
Yeah.
Do you know what really I thought was the most exciting thing about your blog?
What?
Is the pink nail varnish on your toenails. There's a picture of you on a weighing scales with nice pink nail varnish on your toenails.
There couldn't be.
If people want to go onto the blog, they can see for themselves.
Are you after doctoring my blog?
I'm telling you. Listeners at home, go onto the blog and tell me, does Tom have pink nail varnish on his toes?
All new. allnewtom.blogspot.com. That's the address. Where are you getting this from?
There's a photograph of a weighing scales.
Yeah.
And 2 feet on the weighing scales.
You
and
put
it
that
says,
there.
help.
You put that
I
there.
did not. How do you think I can hack into your
when you
into
do
your
blogging,
blog?
you become nervous.
But I will be watching your blog, by the way. Because I know that you'll be kind of, in cahoots with the listeners.
In the blog, I'm going to try and distill all the wisdom that's coming my way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so with Harry Barry yesterday, I thought it was a font of knowledge. And I thought what he was saying was very good about not setting unrealistic goals. And all he gave me was really good. So happy with that. And now you're weighing in. Like that, with the dietary side.
With the dietary side. And I want to just preface this by saying, I agree with any of the other experts. I don't want this to be a quick fix for you or for any of the listeners who are going to join in. This is about developing healthy habits for life.
Absolutely. And the thing that's really been striking me about what you've been suggesting is that I think, without realising it, that I've had quite a bad eating pattern. And I think I've been starving myself between meals and thinking I was doing myself a favour.
Yeah.
And the result has been that I've been devouring lunch and devouring dinner. And
you know what? That ties into what I really want to talk about is that the nutrition plan that I've devised for you and for the listeners at home is all based on blood sugar balance.
Okay.
Because remember a couple of weeks back we did that blood sugar questionnaire and it revealed that, your blood sugar levels are out of whack because you have the symptoms that suggested. In other words, you get sort of the energy slumps, you get the cravings for carbohydrates, caffeine, sugary foods. And that is because one of the reasons that's happening is because you are going too long without food.
I thought that was I don't know why, but somewhere in me I thought that was a really great thing to do. I thought it was like
I think that's
showing your body who's boss on it. You shall wait till lunchtime.
I think it's because, it's kind of drilled into us this whole idea of not eating between meals. But if you want to balance your blood sugar levels and hence manage your weight and your health for the long term, there are sort of 5 golden rules that you need to follow.
Okay.
So can we go through those?
Yes, please.
Okay, and then we'll go through the meal options.
Yes, okay,
after.
great.
Okay. So rule number 1 is to limit the amount of fast-release carbohydrates in your diet.
Okay.
Okay, so fast-release carbohydrate means it breaks down into sugar very quickly. Now, everybody knows the obvious ones, chocolates, sweets, cakes, right? But the other fast-release carbohydrates are things like white bread, white pasta, refined cereals, things like cornflakes, Special K, fruit juices, dried fruit, baked beans. I put a list onto my website so people don't have to worry about trying to take it all in now.
I love
They're all the
dried
fast-release
fruit. Are they
carbohydrates.
sultanas, little
Yeah.
Kiddies ones.
Yeah.
I eat boxes of them every day.
Well, that's grand for your kids. Are probably running it off, but are you running it off?
No, I'm running after them. Well, that's
The
it.
fast release carbohydrates wreak havoc on your blood sugar levels. So what you need to do is to
I thought they were a good thing.
to swap those for the slow release carbohydrates. Slow release meaning our bodies break them down into sugar very, very slowly,
Okay.
which means we get a sustained energy release. So there are things like brown rice instead of white rice, brown pasta instead of white pasta, brown bread instead of white bread, things like oats, porridge oats or muesli instead of, a refined cereal like the likes of cornflakes.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
That's rule number one.
Notes here, lads. That is better.
Well, for anyone listening at home, it's all on my website.
The top 5. We need to get these on your website and on my blog. The top 5 tips, right? The slow release.
These are the cardinal rules,
Right,
okay? So number 1, limit the amount of fast release carbohydrates and swap them with slow release.
Right, okay.
Number 2 is to include a portion of protein with every meal and every snack.
Really?
Okay? Protein helps balance our blood sugar level and therefore it basically helps us feel full.
Okay.
For longer. It also plays an important role in keeping us alert, improving our concentration, and even has an influence over our mood. The one thing I would say to you is this is not a high protein diet. So whilst you do need to have a portion of protein with every meal and snack, it needs to be a small portion of protein. Okay, and we'll talk about your kind of balance of your plate in a minute.
Yeah.
But also there needs to be a good balance between animal protein and vegetable protein.
Okay.
So my mission with this, everybody, is very familiar with animal protein. So the meat, fish, dairy, eggs, right? But the vegetable sources of protein, which are the beans, lentils, nuts, seeds, the likes of tofu, people generally not quite sure how to cook with them and what to do with them. So my mission is to get you and the listeners to eat more vegetable sources of protein.
Okay.
So I'm going to put a lot of recipes for vegetable sources of protein onto my website.
All right. That's
Okay.
good. Yeah.
The third rule is to balance your plate. Okay.
Right.
So that means 1/4 protein, 1/4 carbohydrate, and half a plate of vegetables.
Right.
Most Irish people, half the plate is potatoes, which is the carbohydrate.
Are
So
they
you
not
need
vegetables?
No.
Right.
They're your starches. They're your carbohydrates.
Disappointing.
Okay.
Right.
The fourth thing is, you'd mentioned that earlier, don't allow long gaps in between meals. 3 main meals and 2 substantial snacks. And we'll go through the snack options. Because what happens is, if not, your blood sugar levels will drop down.
Okay.
You'll start to crave and you'll eat too much. And the fifth thing is to avoid stimulants. Okay, stimulants being caffeine.
Look at it in front of me.
Well, that is, give it a taste, actually.
Oh, great. It looks very strong.
I don't know.
I've already had 2 of the real ones.
That is an organic decaf coffee. What do you think?
Slurping nice there. Very nice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Doable?
Totally. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, very doable.
It's basically caffeine and alcohol are stimulants. They wreak havoc on your blood sugar levels, okay, and then hence on your weight. So what I would say to you is, I'm not suggesting that you or the listeners have to entirely give up caffeine.
Okay.
But half the amount of caffeine.
the rooibos.
So you do, I think, as far as I know, 2 coffees and 2 teas a day.
Yeah.
So I want you to get down to 1 coffee and 1 tea a day.
Okay.
And I want you to alternate with a herbal tea. So you can try rooibos tea, which is a really nice alternative to regular tea.
Yeah.
Or for people who are really addicted to the taste of caffeine, I would suggest a coffee. Again, it's on the website. It's called Clipper Organic Decaf Coffee. It doesn't contain any chemical solvents. You're drinking it now. It's doable?
Yeah, it's totally doable.
Okay.
It tastes like a normal coffee. It's all I can say. It's all you want from a drink. It tastes normal.
The good thing about drinking herbal tea is sometimes it can be hard for people to get 2 litres of water in during the winter.
Yeah.
But the herbal teas count.
They count, do they?
They count.
Oh, good stuff. So listen, they're the 5 rules, and I'll summarise them and have them on my blog, because it's what I do. And I'll send them to your website, elsajonesnutrition.ie. So now, my food options.
Yes.
Breakfast.
Okay, so there's lots of different options, loads of choice, and it's all very simple.
Yeah.
So I would say either a bowl of porridge, which can be sweetened maybe with a little bit of cinnamon.
Okay.
You can add some fresh berries into it if you like, or even frozen berries. Okay,
right.
That's fine.
I think if there's cooking involved, it's probably going to be the weekend. Because I think, like most of the nation...
now, Tom, a bowl of porridge.
I leave the house on 2 wheels. Right? I leave getting out of bed at the last possible moment, and then I leave the house like I've been attacked. So I need to eat something fast. So last night I went and I bought muesli.
Okay,
I went
great.
to a good health shop and I bought a good muesli.
Good.
Put a banana through it this morning.
That's fine.
Good. So it's delicious.
Yeah, a sugar-free muesli is fine. As long as it's sugar-free, and to just up the protein a bit, because remember we talked about protein in every meal.
Okay.
Try and add even 1 tablespoon of seeds. So you can maybe get ground flaxseed, or Linwoods do those kind of breakfast mixes of seeds, and that just adds a little bit of protein.
And that'll be my protein. Okay, great.
To your muesli. Okay, or you can add nuts if you like.
Yeah.
So for people who have more time, or even at the weekends, eggs are a great option.
Love eggs.
1 to 2 eggs, poached or boiled, preferably not fried. Okay. You can serve that with 1, maybe 2 slices of soda bread, maybe the likes of McCambridge's brown bread.
Right. Okay.
You might even make yourself a little veggie omelette, maybe serve that with a bit of a grilled tomato. Whole food smoothies are good, and that's literally just whizzing up natural yogurt, some berries.
Right.
And maybe some seeds.
Okay. So the full options there are there on your website, because there's lots of them.
Yeah.
The snacks.
These
are music to my ears.
It's so important for you to have a mid-morning snack and a mid-afternoon snack. So don't really go longer than 3 hours without eating. But obviously what you snack on is vital.
Right.
So it's got to be a healthy snack.
Right.
Okay. Such as maybe some natural yogurt with some fresh fruit. So maybe, let's say, some natural yogurt with some blueberries.
Right.
Excellent. Okay.
This is excellent. This is an extra meal I didn't have. This is music to my ears.
Another option would be oat cakes, which I brought you a sample of here.
Wonderful.
Okay. They're basically oat crackers. So oat cakes with maybe either some hummus on it.
Yeah.
Or maybe a piece of cheese, or maybe like a low-fat cheese, or some cottage cheese. Or the rustling is the opening of the oat cakes, by the way, in case anyone was wondering.
Curiosity.
And I even brought you oat biscuits too, as in the sweet version, because there's oat biscuits, which are the savoury ones, and then Narns do the sweet berry oat biscuits.
I'm going
to
be gone for a minute.
So. Now they're plain.
They are plain.
But you'd put a bit of cheese on it.
Lord knows they're plain.
You'd put a bit of cheese on it. You put a bit of hummus. They're beautiful with hummus.
They're like something you would have expected in the desert in Bible times. The Lord's dropped these down, I'd say.
Well, okay, he's eating them plain, can I just say? But with nut butter, let's say the likes of cashew nut butter or peanut butter, or a bit of hummus on it, or a bit of cheese, absolutely delicious.
Right. It's a bonus though, because I wouldn't normally have anything at all. So this is brilliant.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And they're so filling. I'm telling you, one thing that you will not be on my nutrition plan is hungry.
Wonderful.
I promise you that. You will not be hungry. Or another quick snack, for example, because obviously you're busy on air when the news comes on, even just a few nuts.
Okay.
Or even if you can get a piece of fruit in with it, great.
Right.
But nuts are a brilliant, quick, little portable snack.
Okay.
And, you throw them in the handbag, keep them in the car.
Yeah.
Keep healthy snacks
I don't have a handbag, I just want to point that out. But then, lunchtime. Mm-hmm. Now, this is where I found a bit of a problem going through. It's up on the full list up on the website.
Okay.
I'm out on the go. I'm going to go to somewhere within walking distance of here and probably buy something to take out. Mm-hmm. They don't really, a lot of the places really give you brown bread options or give you protein options. They just give you sandwiches. And 9 out of 10 of them have cheese in them and the rest have ham. So you are kind of limited, even here in the centre of Dublin.
I think what I would say to that is probably up to now you never had to really think too hard about trying to pick healthy options. Honestly, if you put a little bit of time and thought, and I'll help you with it, I guarantee you there are options. Okay, you just haven't found them yet.
Okay.
With lunch, it's quite simple. All you need to do is pick a portion of protein.
Yeah.
Okay? Whether that be chicken, turkey, tuna, salmon, cheese, whatever you want to choose, okay? Mix it with a selection of salads or veggies. So it can be, for example, rocket leaves, tomato, cucumbers, any deli counter, even in the likes of, Londis or Spar, will do a range of veggies. And pair it then with a slow release carbohydrate. So even if it turns out that you wind up eating a sandwich, make it a good one.
Okay.
So
what's my slow release carbohydrate again?
Brown bread.
Brown bread, okay. Right.
Brown bread, okay. Your portion of protein and lots of veggies and salads.
Slow release carbohydrate.
Would you ever consider making up a soup? Like at the weekend, making up a batch of soup? Like a nice lentil soup.
The idea of bringing it with me.
In a nice thermos flask, old-fashioned style.
I don't think I could do that. I don't know why, but I feel a bit odd at the desk doing that. So there, I'll search them down and I'll report back progress to you on this. The one page I didn't get was dinner. The dinner option didn't come up.
Because what I've done with the dinner is I've just put lots of dinner recipes. So under on my website where it says healthy recipes, I've put a selection of dinner recipes there, and I'm going to be updating it every week.
Okay.
So there's nice things.
So we have the tools now. We have the 5 basic rules.
Yes.
And we have the snacks being brought in, which I think is going to make a huge difference to me. I can't wait to see how this changes me. The stimulant's been cut out. I'm dying to see how that affects me as well, because I know I take way too many. And we have the kind of the groundwork.
The groundwork, I think.
So I'll be interested to have this conversation in a week's time and see the differences made and how I've gotten on with lunch and whether I'm feeling different energy levels during the day. That'll be huge. If I'm doing that and losing weight, then the 25,000 we've paid you for this is money well spent.
I've spent it already, Tom.
Is it gone already? Oh, God. Should be more careful with those things, should we? Just to remind people, you can follow progress and also make comments, and I really appreciate all your comments so far. There's one I have to tell you about in a second. It's very funny. Go to the Tom Dunne page on News Talk, or log on to the allnewtom.blogspot.com as well to see that. But one of our listeners was on, and he said this following this conversation. He's gotten into an argument with his wife, and he's addicted to crisps and chocolate and Coke and all those things that are bad for you. But he says he can't give them out. He can't give them up because the drink is the big thing that goes with everything. So what he's decided to do is only drink water for 2012. And his wife's immediately pulled him to one side and said, I'll give you €500 if you stick to that. So he'll lose 500. It's a bet. He will lose €500 if he doesn't drink water for the year.
For the entire year?
Yeah, that's going to be a long year for him, isn't it?
Wow. That's a toughie.
That's a very toughie. Very, very toughie. So best of luck to him with that.
Best of luck to him.
Yes.
Good luck with that.
The exercise side of it, I'm just going to step up kind of on my own and see where we go with that. But it is a part, isn't it?
It is a part of it. I mean, if you want to fast track and speed your weight loss, absolutely up your exercise. I know you're a bit of a walker.
Yeah.
I'm right in saying up the pace. You know, I wouldn't say up the duration, up the pace. You know. Just
hell for leather.
Hell for leather, and every single day. And if you can incorporate other types of exercise, all the better.
Right. No, I'll probably go to the gym today at lunchtime. So yeah, I'll do the whole
I think one thing that we're definitely going to have to, talk to you about and listeners about as well, and hope maybe we can touch on it next week, is the whole area of emotional eating, though. Because I've found with clients, telling them what to do food-wise is one thing, but keeping that motivation level up and kind of identifying sort of the psychological and emotional triggers behind how we eat and why we eat is really, really important. So that's something I'm definitely going to work on you with as well.
Really? Alcohol tends to play a part in that.
Yes, yes.
Late at night starts to get into, will we have cheese and wine? Will we have alcohol? Which comes first?
In general, with alcohol, I'm all about moderation. So in general, I kind of say to people, have 3 to 4 alcohol-free nights a week, and then have a couple of units of alcohol, for example, at the weekend, maybe a couple of glasses of wine. With you, because I know you've got a specific weight goal for the month of January, I would suggest that you completely abstain from alcohol for the month of January, with one exception of maybe your wedding anniversary.
25th of January. Yes, indeed. We'll see. I'm definitely not going to try not to drink this weekend, and then we'll proceed from there.
I don't like the word try, Tom.
I don't want to say, I will. I will not drink this weekend. God, that's that decision made anyway.
Is your wife on board with us, by the way? Is she on your side or our side?
She's on your side.
Oh, good.
I think, really. Yes.
Because she's the one who's supervising you late at night, you know?
She'll be checking the recipes on the website as well. So I'm probably making some of them as well. So.
Shame we don't have a little camera you could put in your house, in your fridge or something.
Yeah, as I said to Joe earlier, it's not the Jeremy Kyle show. Relax, lads. And I won't even mention that measuring tape you brought with you. You can put that away for a start. So Elsa Jones, nutrition.ie is the website to get further advice and go along. If you want to join with us, it's got a lot of common sense in this and no really stupid goals. That's really.
Well, that's the thing. I'm not about counting calories or
persecuting
points.
yourself.
This is about empowering people to make healthy choices for themselves.
Yes. And I'll still be having these snacks come January, February, March, April, May, all the way through. So intrigued to see how that's going to be. Thank you very much, Elsa. So far, so good. We're one day in and we're doing well, aren't we?
We are.
The energy levels are
good
great,
luck.
I'd say, so far.